Hey, howdy. Doing some more Yume Tuki. And I've got a pretty simple plan today, but for all I know, this might take the whole 30 minutes. Depends on how long this trek is. I'm planning on going to Endless Apartments today, because that's the weekly. And Endless Apartments is a really, really deep location. I already have it pulled up. It is, like, I think it is the deepest P grade location. It's close. There might be another one that's just as deep. But I think I've gone up to... Have I gone to Memory Town before? Yes, I have. Right. So I think I have gone all the way in here before, but it definitely did take a while last time. And I could go to Megalith Grove. I kind of just want to go the full route. Like, you know, what's stopping me? But I've been relaxing. You might notice that the mic audio and the game audio are both a little bit louder now. Let me know if that's good or if that's better, if that's worse. I'm testing out a new setup, and I just bumped up the gain a little bit on both the mic and the game audio. Because I've noticed, like, very consistently I have quiet audio, but the mixing is generally pretty good, so I think if I account for that, I should be fine. Oh, wait, I went the wrong way. Wrong way. It's, Bridge Swamp Islands. Okay, oh, it wasn't that far off. But I've been relaxing. I've got some homework I gotta do. And I'm procrastinating, but I'm just gonna start doing the homework once I'm done with this, because that'll be my recording done for the day. I'm not going too overboard with the recording, because you might have noticed, not only am I quite close to episode 400 of Tuki, I am very close to 1,000 video uploads, which is kind of insane. So, if I can sync up the two, that would be awesome. That's my plan. Whether I actually can is a different matter altogether, but I'm gonna try. Looks like this is that. Hyanera Village. Okay, good. I was worried the mouse was picking up on the mic. It doesn't look like it is. Misty Streets, right. Let's straight across. Ooh, cool. Whoa. Very cool. But I have been thinking about, of all things, math. I've been thinking about mathematics because one of the videos that I have that's cooking in the background, one of them is a statistical analysis, which I'm looking forward to that when it eventually happens, but I need to set everything up. That's going to be a full edited video. It's going to be a whole thing. The other thing that I want to do that's going to be a little bit more casual is... So, I have weird hobbies, and I am fully aware that I have weird hobbies. I have weird hobbies, I have weird hyperfixations. One of my most recent ones was, there's a set of really, really good videos by Numberphile, which, if you've never seen Numberphile, if you've never seen the channel around, first off, I'm kind of surprised, because they're pretty well known as far as YouTube channels go, but if you haven't heard of them, that's fine. But I do recommend them. They're a very good math channel. Been around for ages, a lot of, like, very prolific a lot of like very well-known math YouTubers and like general math personalities pop up. And it's made by this guy, Brady Haran, who has done so much on YouTube. Like, he is... Like, I have nothing but respect for the dude because he has done so much for educational content on YouTube. He did Numberphile, Objectivity, periodic videos. All of those are run by him. Or all of the, like, principal recording is done by him. I think he has, like, a whole team that he works with on the videos. But Numberphile in particular has a lot of really, really cool stuff. Some of my favorite videos on there are videos about number sequences, because there's this guy that pops up on the channel a lot by the name of Neil Sloan, who is awesome. Because as much as I want to say my hobbies are nerdy, I don't think anything's getting nerdier than Neil Sloan. His whole claim to fame is he is the father of a massive encyclopedia of numbers called the Online Encyclopedia of Integer Sequences, or the OEIS. And it's what it says in the tin. It's a massive repository of cool number sequences with various properties. Some of them are just like silly little things. Some of them are more serious conjectures. It's awesome. And he has a bunch of videos on Numberphile where he just walks through a bunch of those sequences. Right. Brutalist Complex is where I need to go. It looks like I went the exact opposite direction. But I think if I go backwards, back out to the entrance, it'll connect back up. But he's gone into detail about a bunch of different sequences, and I've always found those videos to be fascinating, and I wanted to, do something cool with that. So, one boring afternoon in math class later, I ended up taking a couple of those sequences and representing them in Desmos, and I kind of just like continue to do that, and I think I'm eventually going to make a video that's just a showcase of all of those cool functions, like the original video that inspired them, how the function operates, cool, like, little things I noticed about each of them. I feel like it'll be very cool. It will be deeply nerdy, but again, I'm not beating the nerd allegations. I know from my hobbies, I know from the things that give me joy that I'm a massive nerd. I may as well roll with that, right? I know how my bread is buttered. Oh, yeah, there it is. So if I go straight down from here, I'll link up with that white path. And Brutalist Complex should be somewhere over here. Ooh. Brutalist Complex. This place is quite evil. It's also a teleport maze, so I'm gonna give it a fair shake, and then if I get lost, I'll look at the map. But this is it's a little hard to pick the right path here. You're never gonna believe it, I think I picked the right path. Yeah, Cookie Haven, that was correct. This is great. See, this is just making me think of, like the original... I don't even know how to describe it. There are, like, Incan paintings and, like, textile art that is the main inspiration for the iconography that shows up in Yumaniki. And that the things that popped up on the cookies are exactly what that reminds me of. Oh! Did I never have this unlocked before? No way. I guess it wouldn't have shown me that if I didn't. Very interesting. Oh. Oh god, that parallax caught me off guard. Where's the parallax? Come on. There you are. I'm seeing like little tiny bits of it. I know you're down there somewhere. Whoa. Right, I forgot about that. That's I assume that's a reference to the guy from is it Dense Woods? What's the area in Yumaniki that has that? I remember seeing some fan art the other day that made me laugh a lot. Not that it not to say that it's not good fan art because it was great, but it's very reminiscent of like the old days of the Yumaniki fandom. It was, to my memory, it was ship art of Matasuki and the dead guy, the like traffic accident guy. Which, based, honestly, I love it. I appreciate cool, like weird interpretations like that. I wonder why there's even a construction sign there these days, because it looks like this area is pretty complete, but maybe there's going to be another connection at some point. You never can tell with this game, and it's a blessing and a curse, that you can never really tell when a map is never going to get any new worlds. Because sometimes the author never makes a world again, and sometimes they come back after 8 years and just add new stuff because they feel like it. And that's a part of the joy of this being a constantly evolving project, I guess. Man, apologies in advance for everyone's headphones, if they're using headphones. Or their phone speakers. So I can hear this rattling mine. These are also just old headphones, to be fair. One of these days I gotta get a new pair, but this pair has lasted a absurdly long time and it's still going strong. I've never had any issues with it. My one complaint is that it is I think it's a HyperX pair? I don't know off the top though. But they're really good. My one bit of grief is that that is a platform, okay. My one bit of grief is that the mic kind of just doesn't work. But I've been ignoring the mic for multiple years at this point, and because I now have the freestanding mic, which is way better. Oh yeah, I didn't even need the map. This is Candlelight Void, and this area is, I forget. Is there a gimmick to this, or is it just wandering? It's just wandering, right? Huh. Cool. It's so hard to describe, but the first time that I ended up here, I almost assumed that there was some extra crazy gimmick because I kept getting lost over and over and over again, but it was literally just my own poor sense of direction. But I feel like that's a good quality for a map to have, is to be like just complex enough that you can get lost easily, but not complex to the point where it requires a map or it requires prior knowledge to really sink your teeth into it. Ah, right, this place is absolutely gorgeous. I'm tempted to use this as the thumbnail, but I already did. I'm 90% sure I used the thumbnail of the thumbnail was this place the first time I came here. But it is still so pretty. The lighting is very funny here. It's like what's the best word for it? It's like Scooby-Doo lighting where I have like brighter, more contrasted lighting than everything else except for things that need to move or need to animate. And I mean, I didn't really parse it at the time how like low budget a lot of Hanna-Barbera's stuff was, but looking back it really was. Like Scooby-Doo is iconic, but the actual animation is not incredibly high quality. Like it was still, the fact that they were able to get so many episodes out and like so many recurring shows all happening within a short time frame, that's not easy unless you cut corners. But Hanna-Barbera certainly did cut corners, and that leads to some funny moments sometimes. Because I remember watching, this wasn't a Hanna-Barbera, this was actually a Looney Tunes cartoon called Early to Bet. And it was kinda sort of an anti-gambling thing, but not really. I think the original intention seemed to be that it was an anti-gambling ad, but it barely did its purpose. Because it was kind of just funny. Oh, this place is absolutely gorgeous, but I might not take a picture of this place either because it doesn't really show up well. It doesn't show up super well in photos because of like the way that the parallax works and the way that it pulses. I can't help but be reminded of Omori a little bit from this. Because Omori also used this, German... It's like a German radio station, right? But I can't help but be reminded of Black Space, because there's a bit pretty early on in Black Space where you were just doing this and looking at doors. Oh, here it is. Ellis Apartments. Now, if I read in the wiki correctly, there is an event that can take place here. And it is a percentage-based thing, but it will always happen after you go through 50 doors. I do really like maps like this. Like, not even fully realizing at first that it is randomized. I did... Dot flow made me very scared of, curtains along the background, or along, like, the backside of the wall like that. Because of the stupid psychedelic effects. I still need to go back and do more... I need to, like, do the rest of the cool events in Dot Flow, because there are still cool events that I missed. Oh. Oh, nice. This, a simple little spot to sit down. But I ended up walking to go get lunch today, because there's a shopping center like not even 5 minutes from our house that we can just walk to. Oh. No, dang it. I thought that was like the special one. So I was just walking all the way there. I was thinking like I could get some Chick-fil-A or something similar to Chick-fil-A. And Chick-fil-A was like absurdly... There were so many people there. Hi, what are you doing? I respect the commitment. It must have taken ages to get here with the faceless mask. But I walked up to Chick-fil-A and it would have taken over an hour for me to get lunch. Because there was like a full double wraparound all the way around the restaurant. And no thank you. I would rather go eat somewhere else than... I do like Chick-fil-A. I don't think I like it enough to wait for an hour for Chick-fil-A. But I ended up going to this Korean fried chicken place that was really nice. That's also right next to our house. So all in all, I think it worked out. Oh, I should have taken a picture of the static. I might do that in post. Oh. Ugh. Freaky. Really freaky. I like that, though. So many of these worlds do boil down to, that was freaky, but I love it. Okay, is there a quick one we could do? Okay, Sugar World. Yeah, that's a quickie. That is... where even is that? Marijuana Goddess World. Vitamin World. Oh. It's one of these. I feel like this world is kind of underappreciated. Marijuana Goddess World has so much, like, weird, cool stuff in it. It's just the cool imagery. It's a great way to evolve, what was it even called in the original Yumeneki? Was it just called Tile World? Also, I do really like the design of this world. It's very, like, lots of, like, pastel colors. Okay, that's why this area is familiar. Sugar World is connected to, like, Fish World, right? It's connected to a weird one. There's Galaxy Town and Valentine Land. I think I might be thinking of Valentine Land. In fact, hang on, I have a good idea for how to end this. So let's do that, and then go up. I have an idea for where to end today. That's so weird. It's been ages since I've even been around here. Valentine Land and like Cyber Maze. And there we are. I like this area a lot. It's simply cozy. Very cozy, very chill. Good place all around. But yeah, that's all I got for now, I think. Thanks so much for watching, y'all.